Hey kids, how about a fun Halloween book to get us in the mood for Halloween, my favorite holiday? This one's called Tony Baloney, Yo Ho Ho Halloween by Pam Munoz, Ryan, and Edwin Fotheringham. Best costume ever. Halloween is coming. Tony Baloney, the macaroni penguin, can't wait for the Halloween parade at school. And on the blackboard it says, number 1, no costumes at school until the day of the parade. Number 2, nothing pointy or dangerous at school ever. Number 3, use only pretend props. And number 4, be creative and have fun. This year, Tony Baloney does not want to wear a costume made from odds and ends. He does not want to wear one of Big Sister Baloney's hand-me-down costumes or the same costume as the bothersome baby's Baloney. This year, Tony Baloney wants to stand out in the crowd. The next day, Tony Baloney used his savings to buy the costume he had dreamed of all his life, or maybe since yesterday. Make sure you can see. At home, everyone is busy working on their costumes. Tony Baloney announces, "I bought a costume with my own money." "Be a bumblebee," says one bothersome baby Baloney. "Like me," says the other. "Buzz buzz." Big Sister Baloney gives him the look. "We always make our costumes," she says. "That's part of the fun. You wasted your money, Tony Baloney. You won't say that when you see it," he says. Tony Baloney can't wait to show his costume to his best stuffed animal buddy, Dandelion. "Shiver me timbers! I didn't waste my money. Check out the eye patch." "You look dashing. I want an eye patch too. I would look heroic." "Do you like my parrot?" "I want to marry the parrot. Polly want a cracker?" "The hook is amazing. Isn't this the best costume ever?" Arr! "I agree. Best costume ever. But back up, dude. A little personal space, please." Guess who's a pirate? Tony Baloney loves his costume so much that he wears it a few minutes a day, or every second all weekend. "Ahoy, mateys," he says to Mama and Papa Baloney. "Yo ho ho, ye landlubbers," he says to the bothersome babies Baloney. "You're going to ruin my costume," says Big Sister Baloney. "Avast," says Tony Baloney. By Sunday, Tony Baloney's costume looks a little worn. Mama Baloney says, "Tony Baloney, you need to take better care of your costume or it'll fall apart before the Halloween parade." Papa Baloney says, "It's important to be responsible for your things. You don't want to lose any pieces." "Aye, aye, Captain," says Tony Baloney. The next morning, Tony Baloney packs his backpack for school. "You're not allowed to wear your costume to school until the day of the parade," warns Big Sister Baloney. "That's the rule." "I'm not wearing it. I'm just taking one piece to show Bob," says Tony Baloney. "Good luck with that," says Big Sister Baloney. At school, Tony Baloney shows his best friend Bob how to brandish his sword. Tony Baloney does not love trouble, but trouble loves him. Mrs. Gamboni, the teacher, is not amused. Tony Baloney, you know the rules. I'm very sorry, but your sword will have to go into my hold until the end of the year box. Too bad about the sword, says Bob. At least you still have all the other cool things. Tony Baloney perks up. But you better guard them so they will be ship-shape for the parade, warns Bob. Count on it, bucko, says Tony Baloney. Even with all the warnings, Tony Baloney cannot resist playing in his costume now and then. Or all the time. On the morning of the parade, Tony Baloney shares his troubles with Dandelion. I left the hat on the floor and the babies used it for a sled. The pants ripped because I was trying to play soccer in them. They were not one bit stretchy. The trash truck ran over the hook because it was left in the street by someone completely irresponsible, or maybe me. I don't know where the belt is, maybe with the parrot. I think I left them at the dentist's office. Blimey, the Halloween parade is this afternoon. I guess I'll have to wear one of Big Sister's hand-me-down costumes or go as a bumblebee. Don't cry, matey. Honesty is the best policy. Try talking to the crew. Tony Baloney tells his family what happened. He waits for Mama Baloney to say, "You should have been more careful." He waits for Papa Baloney to say, "You should have been more responsible." He waits for Big Sister Baloney to say, "I knew you'd ruin it." Instead, Mama Baloney says, "I think we need a parley." That's pirate talk for a meeting. The Baloney family huddles. Then they go to work. One bothersome baby Baloney gives Tony Baloney a pair of pirate pants. The other gives him an eye patch. Papa Baloney quickly makes a hook. Mama Baloney finds a hat with a plume. Big Sister Baloney lends him a pirate blouse and a belt. What a faithful crew, Tony Baloney is amazed. The only thing missing is a parrot, says Big Sister Baloney. At the end of the school day, it's finally time for the Halloween parade. Everyone puts on their costumes and heads outside to the big field. All the families are waiting. Brothers and sisters are invited to join the march. This year there are bumblebees and queens, goblins and ghosts, football players and fairies, ninjas and knights, and a pirate. This year, Tony Baloney definitely stands out in the crowd. I think my costume was a hit, especially the parrot on your shoulder. The parade was fun. Did you see the kindergartners? One of them was dressed as an ice cream cone. Yeah, cute, but not as cute as me. You can take off your plume now, in a minute or maybe in a few days. I kind of love it. And that is the end of the Halloween parade story. Do you have a Halloween parade this year? I always used to when I was growing up. It was fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Love you guys.